All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the first steps to building some real momentum in your music career. So if you haven't watched my last video yet, make sure you go back and do that right now so that you understand why this next part is so important. All right. Okay, so before you just jump straight into posting a ton of content because Kato told me that it was important, you need to adopt a mindset that allows you to focus on one or two things and doesn't stress you out every day. That's the key. That part I found is really, really important because anything that feels too difficult or too hard will slow you down and you'll eventually stop doing it. So this entire process is about making it easier by adopting a certain mindset and systems to make it all more manageable. So the first thing that you want to focus on is just being consistent and showing up. That's the key to all of this. And having a clear understanding of your brand as an artist, a producer, a music creator, and knowing the path forward to building momentum. I have this one belief that I think is really important. Motivation happens after you take action. Why is that? Because once you take action, you start to see the results, and that makes you more motivated. And then it just becomes a cycle, right? So don't get stuck in the motion of just planning and thinking about things, trying to make it perfect. That's where a lot of music creators mess up. They want everything to be perfect, and then they don't take action. And then they feel underwhelmed and they feel undermotivated because they're not seeing any results from that. So some things that you can ask yourself as a starting point, right? What has worked for me up to this point? And where can I double down? And if you found that nothing has really worked or clicked for you yet, maybe that's a sign that you need to go back into the studio and make sure that your music is good first. Or maybe that means that you just haven't put up enough shots yet to know what really resonates with your audience. Have you ever noticed how creators that are winning on social media have figured out a particular format that you're used to seeing? It's either a certain type of skit, it's a style of performance, or a visual aesthetic, and they rinse and repeat, and it just works every time. And the chances are that if you're already posting on social media actively, you've already hit on something that resonates with your audience. It might not be 1 million views, but if you go back and look at all your videos that you've posted, I guarantee you that there's at least one or two that have performed better on average than the other ones. And you might have seen that as just a one-time fluke that came and went, right? But if I were you, I would go back and study and analyze why that one performed better. There was something about it. Was it the topic? Were you talking? Were you performing? How long was the video? What was the caption of the video? What were people saying in the comments? How does it make you feel rewatching it? Those are all of the questions that will help you figure out where to double down on what's working and how to continue building momentum, all right? So the second thing that I would focus on is just make it easy. If you remember from my previous video, I shared a story of me going viral for the first time on TikTok, how I became the top 5 most viral artist in the world on their platform. And the format of those videos literally took me less than 2 minutes to shoot and post. 30 to 60 second clips, went straight into the beat, shot it on my iPhone, simple caption, and boom, post. That's it. Most people don't take action because they overcomplicate everything and they think it needs to be perfect. Don't fall into that trap, all right? And so just as a continuation of that story, after I went viral and, had all these big moments on TikTok, I went through a short period of time where I tried to improve on that. I tried to make the videos look prettier by shooting it on a DSLR, making it look more cinematic, switching up the format a little bit. And guess what? They never performed as well. And then I realized people are just used to seeing this particular thing from me. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Perfection is the enemy of progress because you never actually end up doing shit. Just throw shit against the wall and see what sticks. All right? Don't make it harder than it needs to be. And from there, you can actually start to build daily habits and focus on what's really moving the needle. So I hope those little tips and advice was helpful, gave you some things to think about. My 0 to 100 masterclass is almost finished. I'm super, super excited for this. I've never been more hype for one of my masterclasses. I'm telling y'all, this is gonna be a game changer. But if you're not on the early access list, your chances of getting in on this masterclass is a lot smaller, all right? So if you want a shot at being one of the small group of music creators that I let into this masterclass, you have to get on the early bird list. The link is down in the description. Make sure you put your name, your email, your phone number on it, and I will send you all the details when the time comes, all right? You will get access to the masterclass if you're on the early bird list 24 hours in advance before it goes public. So that's the big benefit. Stay tuned for my next video because I'm gonna tell you why 99% of artists and producers end up failing. And the answer is really simpler than you think, all right? So stay tuned for that video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you guys. See you in the next one.